Hello everyone, I am coming back to you with a little body update. I'm going to actually do a quick series that's going to be a couple of videos about making the go-kart body for 112 pancar. So originally I used my go-kart body on my Schumacher Super Stocks 112 that I sold. And recently I've been doing some tests on my personal pancar design. The last test that I've been running was this crazy futuristic body that works really well. I'm happy about it. It looks really awesome on the track. It's tiny, it's compact, the downforce is really good. This is a super light version, so this is 0.5. And so this one I'm happy about, so I'm gonna keep doing some tests with it. I have been running it. I try to do a dual damper at the rear. The track I'm riding on is so crazy bumpy that this is actually better, just no dampers whatsoever. And so I am going to start prepping the first part of the body. This is as well in 0.5. I used to make those in 1mm, but I just think that just lighter is just going to be that much better for those 112 pancar, because you have pretty good downforce in the front with this slope over here and the legs and this, but the rear obviously doesn't have any, so I don't want to on top of that add too much weight, although it is minimal. I think it's still going to be a bit beneficial. So the body comes in 3 parts. There is the main part, there is another part that has the arms attached to the steering wheel that will glue or double side tape or screw to the side however you want, and then screw or tape over here. And then there's the 3D printed heads, and I have a couple of different heads that can be used for that. Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do, because when I was doing the super stock, I really had to cut a lot of the front and remove the feet of the pilot and so on, because the super stock have a very long carbon fiber bar in the front over there. So hopefully this time around I'm going to be able to keep most of the body. And by body I mean the actual limbs of the driver of these go-karts. And I have to say, this thing is if you are a pancar driver, you are into performance and so on, and I get it. This is a fun body. It looks so awesome to have the go-kart driver on the track. You lose, of course, the performance that you would get from the super high downforce pancar bodies, but sometimes it's about having fun as well. So this is what this one is about. Plus I think this ran as a club. If you get like a group of couple of friends that are driving pancar together, having like a race with 10 of those, this is just too much fun not to do it. So let's see, I'm roughly getting rid of what we don't need around the body. The front still over there, doesn't really matter too much. So first of all, this is going to fit really nicely around the wheels. Let me see how much I want to put it in the front. I think centering this on the front wheel is the best way to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and be a little bit large over there. I might need to do more, yes, for turning the wheel. So let's go. What do we have? Like 1.5. So let's do something similar over there. Just eyeball it, and then we are about the end of the foot over there. Alright, so let's do a quick cut over here. Those are really meant to be removed. The only thing is the depending on the pancar chassis that you're using, that you're gonna be able to keep more or less of the feet of this poor man. But overall even with a couple of shoes missing, it still looks cool. Alright, I'm struggling on this side because the sides are curves the wrong way around. Okay, so let's see what that cut does. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut the back right away. Okay, see, this is really cool. I'm gonna be able to go pretty low in the front, so that's fine. This is gonna touch. I have a crazy bumper over there, but the issue now is that my tires are really getting thin. So, all right, let's see. Let's look down a little bit over there. You'll see the back of the body is completely open to whatever you have to do to it, knowing that of course behind the seat of the go-kart you would have the go-kart's engine. So now being a pancar, you have the motor pods over there. So let me see, I'm not sure the height I'm gonna need to cut, so I'm gonna start with a conservative height like that, and then I'll cut more if need be. Probably I'm gonna need anyway for the cables and so on, but I'd rather not cut too much at first and do several cuts than get rid of too much right away and then have a big gaping hole at the back. But let's face it, nobody likes a gaping hole. Well, maybe some people do, according to some of the stuff I see online. Alright, so alright, this is pretty good. Right away I'm gonna have to, oh yeah, another thing as well, you see, depending on the where you place the body, you might need a taller body post. Like the Schumacher, one of the body posts were sticking out here and the other one was sticking out in the radiator here. So this on my FP, this seems to be really far apart, so that might not be a problem. I might be able to, yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to put them both on the same place over there. So that cut, actually I'm gonna need to cut more on our right hand side over here, and the height, that's pretty sure I'm gonna need to cut a lot more height. But once again, I'm gonna go conservatively. Okay, another thing that I want to do is try to punch the body post holes right away, so then I can, or maybe actually I should remove the body posts and then do those once the body is positioned. I'll be back with a tool. Okay, through the magic of not editing, I'm back with an M3 driver, hex driver, to remove those body posts over there. Alright, so let's not lose anything. Those screws are coming out. Okay, the other thing that I've changed with the FP, I've been running it now with the just stock motor and ESC from Hobby Wing. I was running a Sky RC Cheetah, and those are just terrible. So I'm now running a 13.5, which is damn quick, I have to say. And I'm running it on the wrong track. Really, I keep on saying I need to go to a better track, but these times things are not that easy. So let's see. Okay, cable wise, I think I'm going to be fine. This is arriving right in the leg. I'm gonna have to cut more in order to have space in the front here. Let me see, I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of cutting on top of the leg here. Okay, and that should be it for the front. Maybe the rear, the tires are gonna touch. I need to see, I'm not sure, because I don't really use that much luck when I'm turning. And the back, yeah, well, the back obviously needs a really big hole in order to fit all these things. Okay, so I'm gonna increase the size of the cuts in the front over there and over here. Okay, and once again I just want to go very slowly in order to avoid getting rid of too much material because you can't put it back. Alright, so let's see how that goes for the front. I think the front is, yeah, we're gonna be settled here. This is great. Okay, that's cool. So I'm gonna have my body post right here. I'm gonna have to increase the height of the body post that I'm using, no biggie. And then the rear, once I have increased the height of that hole, I should be good to go. Okay, so this is the seat. I think I can go back down a little bit because that's where the cables are, and that should be the pods over there. Let's hope I didn't screw up. It's always a good sign when the guy making it says that. Alright, that's pretty good. Oh, it's those cables are pushing the body up, but that's not gonna happen long. Okay, so that would be pretty good, I think. Oh, I know what is touching is the turnbuckles in the fronts that are touching, so I'm gonna increase the amount of cuts that I have over there just to have as much space as possible for those little turnbuckle to do their turnbuckling job. Alright, but we have kept the legs, so I'm happy about that. Really, the Schumacher, was really a pity that I had to cut the entire feet away. It's a really good design, those Schumacher chassis, but they are not made for pancar. Okay, perfect. So there's gonna be, actually I think I'm gonna have to get rid of those entire parts here. This here is gonna have to go so the wheel can have full lock, even if I'm not using full lock. Right now I think it's just going to be wiser to do this. Those would not be part of the body anyway, so this is no problem to go away. Okay, so I think this is going to conclude my first part of working on this body. Where it's going to be really starts to get really fun and interesting, it's the painting this thing, because there is so many things you can do with the paint scheme, knowing that you have to paint both pilot uniform, I mean, you know, his racing uniform, as well as the body panel and the engine, the little engine you have over there. So this is pretty cool. The back is good. It's gonna go all the way down here and all the way down there, so that's pretty awesome. And I'm gonna stop at there. I'll shoot a couple of pictures once I have changed the body post and mounted it properly, and that will be it for now. And so I'll be back the next time around when I'm going to prep the body for painting, cut the other part of the body as well. I'll show you next time the arms and the steering wheel. And the back, there isn't anything to do. This is pretty good. There is space for the cable, there is space for the pods, and the pod is going to be able to have a lot of ways, a lot of space to move up and down, so that's good. Other thing I got to do is get a new set of tires. For those, they would be great for carpet, but on the asphalt track I'm running on, they are way too low. The car is just scratching the floor day and night. So alright, so I'm pretty happy with that, and I will come back very soon with part number 2 of making the go-kart body for 112 pancars. See you next time. Bye bye.